Okay, we are recording. So it's our first Zoom of the year. And before I dive in, talking exactly what we're going to do tonight, I wanted to share with you a little bit. We met with our leaders and we've kind of restructured things for 2021. And I'm excited to announce that we will continue to have Thrive Thursday. Every Thursday, same time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. But each week it will be different. So the first Thursday of the month, we'll have some kind of a training. We're going to be bringing in some other leaders that are experts in topics that you guys, I'm going to put polls on the Facebook page, and it's important that you guys answer those so that I know where you're struggling so that we can find people that are great in that area and help you through all those. So the first Thursday will always be a training Thursday. The next Thursday is going to be just kind of an open chat. It's not going to be any kind of agenda. I mean, we will kind of have some focus areas, but it's pretty much just what are you working on, kind of sharing, maybe samples, that kind of thing. What are you laughing at? Mom and Christy, y'all are done. I'm cutting y'all off. What? You have to let me in on the.
I sold some of her discontinued scents. So when I was paying her for it, I used like strawberry swirl. I used a strawberry and then I wrote out swirl. For banana nut bread, it was a banana, and then I used the word nut and then put the image of a bread. So she's sitting here going, trying to figure out. There's watermelon wave.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
But she knows what she got it for. So sorry, proceed. I was just watching your mom to see her reaction because I saw her do this. I'm like,
that's hilarious. And I just want to say now that we have been interrupted, Stephanie, it's so good to see you. I'm happy you got on. So I was at the second Thursday is going to be just kind of a free for all chat about what we're doing. The third Thursday is going to be a fun, like a game type of thing where we, not necessarily a game, but more like community. And we'll throw in some training or whatever. We'll see how we see fit, but that's more of a community building. Then the fourth Thursday is going to be a booking blitz because I've had a lot of requests from a lot of people that they want to have a booking blitz to help you be intentional with your business and book parties. And so we will do that together with prizes and things like that. We've done it in the past, but now we will be doing it every single month. Yes, ma'am.
what happens if there's a fifth Thursday of the month?
Then we
have a party.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, Thirsty
we'll
Thursday instead of Thrive Thursday?
It will be a true Thrive Thursday. We're going to thrive on our liver. Just kidding. Yeah, if that'll be a bonus Thursday. So we'll figure that out. So I'm excited that we have a little bit of structure for these. Also some things too that I want to share, and I'm going to go to my Trello board so that I don't forget. Some other things that we have on the horizon is, if you did not see already, in the group page, we have the last prize standing. So for those of you who remember that, it is a ton of fun.
Get ready, Stephanie. You're up.
No, Stephanie, I actually was worried that you were going to shoot me when I did this. So hold on. I'm going to share my screen a moment. You'll be so proud of me, Stephanie, because I was like, dude, I remember last time you were going nuts. So hold. You're going to be so excited. So I have two things. So here's our Trello board. For those of you who use Trello. So this is like my little way of organizing all the things. But so I did this last prize standing. So far, and I know there's a couple that I haven't gotten to, but I don't respond to it until I've actually moved it. So see here, like for example, if somebody wants to knock out the 24 pack of toilet paper, I would just move it to the knocked out prizes. See how easy that is? But then I thought, well, you guys want to know what the prizes are. So I went a step further and I put it all on Canva, and then I'm just knocking them out. And at the end of every day, I will, hope God willing, I will post this so that you guys can see. what the last prize standing is. Maybe I'll do it at the beginning of the day as a reminder. So I need help. You guys know me very well by now. I need help remembering to post that. So Stephanie, that could be your job. Christy, Edie, anyone who wants to hound me, I'm on it. But I was like, I know you're super busy and I'm not going to put this on you. So anyway, so back to the last prize standing. So there's 50 prizes. There are several ways that you can knock out a prize.
Can I interrupt real quick, Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
Kylie wanted to say goodnight to you guys before she heads to bed.
Of course.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, sweet girl. I haven't seen you in forever. Are you taller than your mama soon? Are you getting, no, almost. You
Not
have
yet.
gotten so much taller and your hair has gotten so much longer. Are you back at school already?
Yeah.
you hear her?
Yeah. Oh, good. Well, it was so good to see you. Natalia can't say hi because she went to volleyball early tonight. But next week.
Next week.
It was
Alright.
good. It was good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay, sleep good, sweet girl.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So on the knockout prizes, so there are 10 ways that you can knock out a prize. They're all listed there in the Send It Synergy page, so make sure you go check that out. But as you knock them out, all you have to do is you have to tag me and say knockout prize number 14, I was active. And then you only get, so it's, you get what, once you hit 200, you can knock out one prize. Once you hit 500, you can knock out another prize. Same with 1,000 and 2,000. If you get a new recruit, you get to knock out 2 prizes and your name goes into the drawing 2 times. Your new recruit goes active, you get to knock out a prize. If your new recruit certifies, you knock out a prize. If you promote, so that means if you've moved a rank. So if you're currently essential and you move to certified, that's a promotion, or certified to lead, that's a promotion. If you're paid at title, that means if you are a lead consultant or above, and you are paid as a lead consultant, then that means you get to knock out a prize. And if you help a former consultant reinstate, and it doesn't have to be a former consultant that you have had before, it could just be anybody. They can reinstate under you. They can change a sponsor as long as they've been gone from Scentsy, inactive with Scentsy for at least 6 months. They can reinstate with a change of sponsor. So then if you do that, you also get to knock out a prize. Then once all the prizes are knocked out, then everybody who contributed and was able to knock out a prize then will be entered into a drawing to win the last prize standing. So if we happen to knock out all the prizes before the end of the month, then we will do round 2. I kind of anticipate that might happen, and that would be a good thing. Okay, so that's that. So make sure you guys don't forget to knock out your prizes. Don't forget to remind me to post those. Okay, another thing that I wanted to tell you was about Bacon Nights. So Bacon is a Become a Consultant Opportunity Night. So I have teamed up with several other superstar directors, and we are going to be doing this together as a big group, because the more people, the merrier, especially when it comes to Bacon Nights, because it's a opportunity night. It's people sharing their stories. I'm probably going to ask you guys to share your stories at some point. But the key is just get people to these events. These are there for you guys. We're doing these for you guys. So the more that you participate, the more your business is going to thrive. It really doesn't take much for you to just simply send an invite and ask people to join. So that's going to be every month on the 4th Monday of every month, also at 6 p.m. And I'll set up an event on our Facebook page with the Zoom link. So keep it real simple. All you have to do is send your potential team members the link to the invite, remind them the day before, follow up with them afterwards, and then keep them on your ongoing list of people that you have that might join your team. So make sure you're writing that down. And I'm going to put together a calendar so that we all keep it all together. World Tour, that's another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight. Is World Tour is on the 22nd, is that correct? Yes. Okay. The 22nd, registration for that ends on the 20th. So it's $11. If you have not registered, that gets you into the streaming events. There's going to be, I shared today, Sarah Walker's video was all about World Tour. So go check that out. You can register right on your workstation if you haven't already. If you have team members and they haven't registered, please try to reach out to them one-on-one, because it's really important. It's such a great event. And we are, Stephanie, so that you know, we are going to be doing something after the event, because it is a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Yes. Okay, thanks. So it's a Friday. So I figured that if people were working, actually I lied. We decided to do something before and after, right, Stacy? That was what the final decision. We went back and forth. So I lied. So we will do something before and we will do something after. So if you will just bear with us, the before, I believe it started at like 2. So the before will be maybe half an hour before, just to kind of get everybody pumped up and excited, maybe play a quick game, but it won't be anything major before. And then after World Tour, then we'll get together again on a Zoom, play some games, kind of recap, share our aha moments, things like that. So it will be a before and an after type of a thing. Hi, Gwen. I'm happy you joined us. Okay, so that's World Tour. So if you have not registered for World Tour, please get that done. It is $11. You have access to all the streaming. And I also recommend, and we'll talk about it again, but if you do register, I really recommend you be fully present. And I know, like Christy, you guys have an event that weekend. But if at all possible, if you can just be present, because you're going to want to take notes. You're going to want to have the excitement, and it's always fun to do it while it's going on. So, dun, dun, dun. Okay, so that's that. Let's see.
Stacy has a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know if I thought, maybe I thought long and hard about it. I already thought that I already asked you this, but I might not have. Didn't the people that early registered, aren't we supposed to get something? And
Yes, and
when
it's already been shipped. That was also on that thing. It hasn't already shipped?
I haven't seen anything.
Okay, I
Check
thought
your-
I got an email saying that it was shipping. Maybe that was shipping.
Oh,
That
check
was
your
it.
work. Make sure that I was
Yeah.
not losing it.
That was also on the Zoom, not the Zoom, but the thing that Sarah Walker did today that I shared in the groups.
I see it at work. I'll watch it.
Yeah,
tonight.
she talked about it, and I honestly did not hear the end of it because I like the element of surprise. So I did not want to. She opened, like, she did an unboxing of the kit, and I didn't want to see it. So I didn't hear
Now
all the
I
way
have to
through.
watch it because see, I've been patient and I can't wait. I just got to know what it is.
You're hilarious. Okay, so go watch it because she unboxed it. Did anyone see what was
She
in there?
didn't. She didn't give away the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
She
I
just
wanted
kind
to-
of. She gave a little surprise of like what the book was, but that was it.
Okay.
But if you check your workstation, I believe it says courtesy order, and it's towards the end of December. Mine shipped out today,
Okay.
and I think I'm supposed to get it Sunday.
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought that I had seen an email come through that said it was shipping, or if you see this, it is, but because of the shutdown of Cincy during the holidays, it was going to be delayed. What do you have
Yeah.
there, Christy?
I
Something
received
to
my
My
shirt.
email was packed full the first week there, so like it was just notifications of shipping. So and I haven't had time to go check, so I didn't know if any of them were it.
Okay, who said something about a shirt or something?
I did.
Yes, ma'am.
I did. I received my shirt, but I did not receive the other box. So
I received nothing. So anyway,
Oh.
okay.
The
maybe this is your-
shirt comes in like just a padded
An
manila regular, like if I was to mail you
Yeah.
something in a padded envelope is what mine came in.
Okay.
yeah.
See, I have a tracking number, but nothing has been shipped.
It may have just gotten put in. Normally when that happens, it just got added today. So tomorrow you should get a more definite answer of like
Okay.
when it is. So, okay. So before I move on to today's training, so again, I will put a calendar because it is a lot of information, but I recommend whatever it is, however you organize, like your doctor's appointments, your kids' things, all that. I use my phone. Maybe you have a handwritten planner, but write these in there. Even if you can't attend, write them in there so that you know that every week this is happening. So that way, if you're struggling at any point and you're like, oh, you know what? I know they have calls every Thursday. I can hop on. Also, this is a little premature, but your leaders and I are also working on something fun. Who loves like badges? Like I was talking to them last night about how I love my Apple Watch. It gives me badges. Like I work so hard. I work so hard for this stupid virtual badge. And you guys, I was actually looking at apps today, looking to find something. But I love my virtual badges. So I would love to do something like that for our team that we work towards. So like for parties and recruits and attending events, whether it be our team events, our corporate events, whatever it is. I know I would work really hard because I want to earn a stupid virtual badge. And I call them stupid because it's like, well, what do you do with them? Well, they're there and I know I've achieved it and I feel very proud of myself for doing that. So anyway, stay tuned because we are going to be doing some fun stuff like that. And if anyone has suggestions, we are all ears. So this is all of our group and we're here for y'all. So we love any suggestions that you may have and are welcome and willing. Yes, Christy, I typed in the comments that registration is a tax write-off and Lord knows we are gonna need them. All right, so any other questions before I move on to today? Okay. Excuse me, you have to forgive me because I am still not feeling fabulous. Okay. Raise your hand if you have done a dream board or a vision board or some kind of a board. Okay, Dawn has. And if you guys aren't turning on your video, Gwen and Edie, you could just raise your hand there if you want. Who does a word of the year? Yeah, I always have. And you guys want to know what my word for last year was? It was connect. And I think that it got maybe discombobbled and it was like disconnect. I don't know, but we still connected just in different ways, right? I don't know. 2020 had a sense of humor. So anyway, huh?
I was gonna say, I never honestly did a word or did any of that. And when I started talking to you the other night is kind of when my word just poofed in the air. So
and yours, you already told me, was simplify, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I love it so much. So if you guys would just entertain me, if nothing else, and come up with a word. So I Google and I type in either powerful words or words of the year. And I just kind of read through them all. And I do like a little thing. I start off and some of them just grab your attention and I write those down. And then I read through them again. And then some of them just grab your attention again. And I don't ever do this in like one sitting. Okay. You're not going to come up with your word tonight. And maybe you will. Stacy, just like that a couple nights ago, came up with hers. Christy's is do. Like do or just do? I'm just kidding.
It's do because you put everything else behind it. Do more.
Oh, I love that.
Do the things, do the impossible. Last year was be more involved, be more. Now it's do. It kind of goes off of it. So now I do more involvement. It keeps me with my be from last year, but it also makes me, it has the forward progress instead of just present. It's the progress.
I really, oh, sorry, my dog's gonna be barking. I really like that a lot. Bella, no.
Simple. And that's, I mean, it goes with it, simplicity.
And well, exactly. It is simplicity. And it's, there's so many components that you could add to that. So I love the simplicity, Bella. So that's how I do it, is I look at different words and I take several days, you guys. I literally just came up with my word today because I've narrowed it down. And then what I do is I look up the definition of the words and I kind of see how I feel about it and all kinds of things. So my word for the year is wholehearted. So wholehearted, and if you've seen my Facebook or my Instagram, I defined it there because I really want from nothing else but to just get it into my brain. But it means completely and sincerely devoted, determined, enthusiastic, marked by complete earnest commitment, free from all reserve or hesitation. And so for me, I'm very passionate about that word because I tend to dabble and I don't ever feel like I am all in. And that means in anything. I could be thinking I'm a multitasker and I'm helping the kids with schoolwork and I'm doing stuff for work and it's never good. So I'm wholeheartedly putting myself into this year. And that I have a whole list of things, but I don't want to talk about my word too much, but I love words. And if you send me your word, I have something that I would like to do. So I would really appreciate if you guys would entertain me by doing that. So vision boards are something that I've done for years. I've encouraged my kids to do, and they've really kind of they've never entertained the idea until like this year because I kind of forced them, but they are having a blast. And I wish that I would have thought to bring Natalia's vision board. She completed hers today too, but I wish I would have thought to bring it. She's gone. But she did hers on a huge poster board. I just made my vision board in Canva. There's really no right or wrong way to do a vision board. And I have some stuff that because I didn't want to squirrel tonight and I really wanted this to be effective and I really wanted to inspire you guys to actually do a vision board, not just say you're going to do it, but actually physically do the board. So what I want from you guys is I want you to do the board and I want you to share the board on our group page, on your personal team page, on your personal pages, team pages, whatever. I want you to share it all over. I really, really, really want to see you guys. And then think about it. If you do your vision board and you post it, we only have 9 people here and we have tons of people in our group. So if you would share that, you in turn will inspire someone else to do the same thing. So I'm asking you to please, and if you're watching the recording, to also do the same thing. So they're easy to set up. I told you there's lots of different ways. It doesn't mean if you do a vision board that you're gonna poof, get a Ferrari or a new SUV like that's on mine. It's not gonna just happen overnight. And thousands of dollars aren't just gonna magically appear in your bank account, right? The secret to an effective vision board is not how you make it, but how you use it and how you utilize it throughout the year. So I don't want you to make it and have it sit and collect dust. I want you guys to actually like use it for the whole year. And it doesn't have to be just about Scentsy. If y'all saw, I did not put one thing about Scentsy on my board, but Scentsy is my tool to get to a lot of those things on my board. Do you see where I'm coming from? And I want you to envision different things in your life. You don't have to have a 5-year plan. And I used to not do a vision board because I used to feel like I needed a 3-year plan or a 5-year plan. I needed more to be able to do more. I hope my internet, I feel like I'm freezing. So I am, yeah, I've had internet issues for 2 days. No, yes, bad. So I want you to think about what your intentions are. I want you to live intentionally, because living intentionally means that you're living the way that you truly want. You're choosing a life. You're designing the life that you want rather than just living the life that just happens to you. How many times do we just wake up every single day and we just do? Well, that's Christy's word, right? Do. But she's intentionally doing, right? So a lot of times we just wake up, we do the daily grind, we go to work, we make our coffee the same way, the same time, come home, fix dinner. I mean, it's just this vicious cycle. But are we living intentionally? Are we getting anywhere in our lives? That's what I want from you. And out of this vision board is I want you to live intentionally. You guys all have the potential to do anything in life that you want to do. But if without mapping it out, you're not going to go anywhere. You're just going to wake up and you're going to it's like Groundhog Day all over again. So I want you to really sit down and I want you to think about the major areas of your life. So here's some ideas. So relationships of your life, what does that look like? Finances, what does that look like? Maybe self-development, what does that look like? Health and fitness, career, spirituality, fun. So these are things I want you to think about as you're creating your vision board. And again, it's not going to happen. We're not going to sit here and do it on this call. It would be awesome. But I really want you to put some thought into it. It has taken me a few days. And I finally got what I want and I'm happy with it. So what do you want more of? These are some things that you can ask yourself. And I don't mean materially. Sometimes that is, I mean, I have material things on my list, but it's not all about the material things. It's about how you feel. How do you want to feel? Are you happy with the way you feel right now? How do you want to live? What's important to you? And what do you value? Again, maybe it's relationships. What is it that you value? So thinking about your life like this, it's not overwhelming to feel like you can put it down on a board or digitally or whatever. It does. You don't have to have a concrete plan to get there, but the point is to write it out, visualize it, so that you can truly decide what it is that you want. Now, I also found this, and I'll post this in the group page. I found this online. It's a little resource to help you if you struggle. I did not use this. Bobby did not use this, but Natalia did because she was struggling a little bit. So this just talks about how you want to feel, what I want to achieve, just the kind of the things I talked about, but it's a little worksheet. So I'll post that if you're struggling. So instead of just drifting along in life, letting life happen to you, you're taking the first step in living your life intentionally. So gather the supplies. If it's a poster board, I did mine on Canva. You can just put it as the what do you call it? The background on your phone. I mean, whatever. But the key is to have a visual that you're going to look at every single day. So here's some ideas so that you could use. You want pictures that's going to resonate with you. Pictures, words. I did a little combination of both. Maybe some photos of you when you were your happiest. If you're not Bella, sorry, oh my goodness. If you are not living your best life right now, but maybe 3 years ago you were, then put pictures. Maybe a trip you took, maybe an experience you had, whatever. Put those pictures if you want. Put your word of the year and make that centered in the middle of your whatever, the board, the digital thing, whatever. You can even handwrite or type in some inspirational quotes or affirmations to help reinforce how you want to feel. Okay. So when you look at this, it's going to make you feel good. It's going to get you excited. On those days when you don't want to wake up and you don't want to get out of bed and you feel very uninspired, this is what you're going to look at is your vision board. Share it with your friends, with your family. Encourage them to do it as well. So what you should not include are negative or self-defeating pictures or words, things that you want to avoid. Don't put that. Don't use photos maybe of yourself when you're unhappy. Do not include things that you cannot control. You can't control other people. You can't control other people's behavior and choices. So that stuff does not belong on your vision board. Only things that you are in control of. Okay. So now, who is committing to make a vision board? I hope I see everybody's hands going up that you're going to be committed. Okay. But now once you've made your vision board, you actually, Bella, please stop. Sorry. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when everybody's gone. When you, sorry, I lost my train of thought. So when you actually make your vision board, then you want to put it to use. Okay. All right. So a lot of ways you can do that is when, like I said, put it somewhere that you are going to see every day. Is that your car? Is that in your bathroom? Is that in your bedroom? Me personally, I have it on my office, on my, like my little cork board in my office. I actually also have one in my phone and I have one in my bathroom because that is where I feel like I'm at the most. And I'm sure once we start getting out more, then I'll have one in my car. because that way, if I'm having a bad day, I'm going to just turn to that vision board to help me get through. So that's what I want from you guys. When you use it regularly, it'll serve you as a constant reminder to keep you on task, to stop the squirrels, maybe turn off your TV show 30 minutes earlier, except for Christy, she sees squirrels everywhere. Hopefully you have a picture of a squirrel like with an X on your vision board. And it allows us to consciously and subconsciously drive what limited time we have and energy toward these things that we want to work toward for our goals. So you can see it, you can touch it, whatever type of person you are, spend time thinking about it. Spend time writing down how you are going to get to there, right? So for example, I want to take my family to Greece. So how am I going to do that? Well, I need money. I need to be able to have things to lead me up to that trip, right? So I have to work hard because it's not a cheap trip. So I need action items that I can work toward to get me there. Just looking at them and just dreaming about it isn't going to get you anywhere. You have to take action. And it doesn't have to be massive action, you guys. It doesn't have to be that you're going to change the world overnight. That we all know that is so unrealistic. You have to take little steps, like Stacy just said, little steps. The best way to get started is just do. I love that word, Christy. Is just do. Just get started. Just start somewhere and do something every single day that is going to get you closer to what's on that dream board. And there's going to be days when you take 6 steps backwards, and that is okay, because that is what all of us are here for. That is what your immediate circle is for, is to be, you turn to people that need, you want to, let me rephrase that. You want to be around people that are going to inspire you to be better. If you need to reevaluate your circle, then this is the time to do it. And honestly, I've had to reevaluate my circle a little bit. And my mom and I talked about this a little bit when she was here, and it hurts. It hurts when you think that the people that are closest to you are the ones that might be poisoning you, right? And so, but you have to take the time to see that. Are they hurting you? Is this relationship healthy for you? And honestly, sometimes it's not. And that's okay. And when you open your eyes to the bigger pictures and the bigger things, you will see the ones that are truly meant to be in your life. Those are the ones that are going to be sticking with you literally through thick or thin. Write down a list of tasks or habits. When you do something for 30 days straight, that becomes a habit. So what habits do you want to change? What habits are going to get you closer to those things on your vision board? That's what you need to write down. And take action every day. Have an accountability partner, whether that be a spouse, a friend, any of us, your teammates, whatever. Have an accountability partner. Just seeing yourself in motion is going to be enough of an effect to keep you going and going and going, and it becomes a snowball effect from there on out. So I hope that this has helped you guys to see the importance of doing something that may seem silly, may seem kind of elementary, but man, it makes a big difference in your life. And I really hope that you guys will flood the group page with vision boards and sharing your words and continuing to share your words throughout the year so that you can help to inspire others. Does anyone have anything to add? All right, I'm opening it up now. That's all I have. So I'm opening it up now for questions, comments, anything before we head out for the night.
Stephanie posted a comment that said, "Your tribe determines your vibe." So that's very good. It really is.
That would be a good word, tribe.
Mhm.
Yes, tribe. Tribe would be, yeah, and that's very true. That's so true. Who was it, you guys, at convention? Yes. Who was it at convention that talked about the 5 people you spend the most time with and that was like a year or two ago. But anyway, it's talked about a lot. It really is talked about.
It was Vin. It was the magician, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was the magician.
Because he's like the top 5 people that you put yourself in and around. Those are the people that influence you the most. I think I have that written. I have it
And
somewhere.
it's so true, you guys.
Yeah, like if you have nothing but negative Nancy's around you, that's how you are going to turn yourself out. If you have these go-getters, they're out there, they're busting their butts, they're recruiting people, and I'm not even talking direct sales. I have a friend of mine that does insurance, and this man can sell ice to an Eskimo. He is brilliant at his sales pitch and technique and how he can make a person feel. If you have 5 of those around, guess what you're going to start doing? You're going to start picking that pattern up. So yeah.
And it's crazy because you don't think, like, for example, a husband and wife, when one of them is negative, you don't think that you're going to become that way, but you know what? You are. I've seen it millions of times. And sometimes outside circumstances, maybe people change, things change, your life changes, their life changes. And it's the hardest thing. I've literally just gone through it this year. It's the hardest thing mentally to do, but it's so freeing in the end. But when it's like a divorce, like when you're going through it, it's so hard. Right. But then I have a friend who's going through it, and I've been with her every step of the way of her divorce, and she was miserable, questioning her decision. And then it's like, it just got to the point where it just plateaued, and now she is soaring, but her eyes were so closed during that time. And it's the same thing with friendships. It's the same thing with, yes, I like your squirrel, Christy. Anyway, it's the same thing with friendships and with our influences and things like that. And that doesn't mean you have to, not be friends, but maybe just you need to evaluate how much time you are spending with them. So I'm going back to the comments. So growth, I like that, Dawn. Carly, expand. I love that. I'm not sure what song that you were talking about, Christy. Oh, scratch, expand. Never mind. Okay.
Wholehearted.
Oh, wholehearted. Oh, maybe it is. I'll have to go back.
Extreme. From back in the 80s, baby. You got to go back in the day.
Yeah, I want to know what that box is, because you brought this box and you were leaning on it, and I thought you were going to share something with us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won't tease like that no more. No, it was just replacements. Like I sold some stuff to Christy Brooks. And whenever it's within a team, I try and do replacements. Stacy too. I got Stacy's replacements and Christy's replacements. So it is more stuff for the trailer, Cheryl.
Yay!
Hey, I have been taking stuff out of that trailer like it's nobody's business.
Yes, you have. You've done good.
Yeah, this is good. Okay, so Carly, your new word is positivity. I like it. So Stephanie says Kylie has a monthly journal that she has to work on for school, and today's question is, what are you going to make a priority this month? Oh, I like that. I really like that. So what are you going to make a priority this month, this year, this week, today? That changes from day to day. And guys, let's talk about squirrels for a minute on this, because I know I got her attention. No, but seriously, I think we all have a lot of squirrels in our life, and this is the deal. When you focus on what's important, it helps you to focus on the things that you need to do. So for example, if you wake up and you only have 10 minutes, 20 minutes, then you need to figure out what is your priority for that day. And if you do nothing else that day, as long as you've accomplished X, then you've been accomplished. Then if Y and Z and ABC come through and you finish those, that's even better, right? But do not squirrel until you finish X, whatever that was. And I used to be really, really good, and I need to get better at it. Actually, I have gotten a little bit better, but of writing down a list of activities or tasks that I have to do and then prioritizing them. And always start with the task that is the hardest that you don't want to do. If you've been around with me for a long time, we've done a book study on Eat That Frog. I forget who the author is, but it's about procrastination. I am the queen of procrastination. You need to read that book, Eat That Frog. And it is talking about you eat the biggest, hairiest, nasty frogs first, and then everything else isn't so hard. So it's kind of like how when you teach your kids, don't eat the stuff you love first, eat the vegetables and all the nasty stuff you do not want to eat. That way the rest is good and you can savor it and you don't have to like have this thing hanging over you. It's the same thing. So whatever it is that you don't want to do, whatever the scariest thing is for you, get it done first. The rest is gravy. And there's another one, which reminds me of my book studies that we used to do, is the energy bus. That's a really good one that talks about kind of what we were talking about, is don't let anybody on your bus that doesn't have that same kind of energy or vibe that you do, because they will crash your bus so fast.
It's like Orville's keynote a few years back. Don't let anybody pee in your pool.
Mm-hmm. Don't let anybody dull your sparkle. Don't let anybody pee in your pool. Same thing. It's, you know what? We're in control of that. We're in control of that. We might not think so, but we cannot give them the power to pee in our pool. Sorry, Edie, about your dog barking. That's funny. Mine does that all the time. I'm removing all the negative from my Facebook page. Amen, sister. Let me tell you, Bob told me that a while back, and that was the best thing he ever told me. It was so freeing. And that's funny. I keep using freeing because that was almost my word, was freedom. It really was freeing for me because I blocked a ton of people. I unfriended a lot of people. I blocked people. I changed my newsfeed to where I was in control of what I wanted to see. And boy, was that the best thing ever. So it takes some time, but you know what I started doing on their birthday? Every time a birthday came around, I evaluate the friendship and I see, is this something that is this adding value? Is it not adding value? Okay, bye. That way it didn't take away too much time. And it's no hard feelings, but you know, there's just so much that I want to see. And when I have a rough day, the last place I want to get on is Facebook half the time because it's so negative. I want it to be uplifting. I want it to be something that I enjoy. So yay. I like that you're doing that.
Have you guys ever heard of like the bucket concept?
No.
They use it with kids. So with
That's why we haven't.
I heard about it the first year, a couple years ago with Kylie, and it's kind of the same thing with like your tribe and the people that you have around you and stuff like that. And they tell kids that imagine everybody has a like imaginary bucket. If you do something nice for someone else or for yourself or something like that, you slowly fill your bucket. But if you do something mean to yourself or to someone else or whatever, you dip into their bucket, and you don't want to do something that will empty somebody else's bucket or allow somebody around you that will empty your bucket. So they actually, at school, if they do things that are nice or good or whatever, they actually get bucket slips and they get prizes because they did something nice that they were noticed and filled somebody's bucket.
I love that. I like that they teach that the mindset now in school. I think it is so important.
Mm-hmm. So she's come home and I've done something and she goes, Mom, thank you. That filled my bucket a little bit.
Oh, bless her heart.
That makes you as a mama feel good.
Oh yeah.
So then now you tell her the same thing, that filled my bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that.
That's precious.
That's so proud. How old is she now, Stephanie?
She is going to be 9 next month.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
you're mini me. Oh my gosh. When she walked up, I was like, holy crap, you shrunk.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
attitude and everything, Christy.
Oh
I
no.
bless you.
I was
only gets
ready
worse.
for this when she was a teenager, but man, at 8 years old, it is hard.
She's just gonna
your
get
mini.
worse and worse and worse and worse.
I It only gets worse. I have 2.
You know, I
12 and
keep telling
14.
myself,
I keep telling myself that with this attitude and this determination that someday she's going to rule the world, but man, I just need to get there first.
maybe you'll be a saint for raising her.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. My daughter is same age. She'll be 9 in March. And oh my God, does she drive me nuts most days?
What's funny though is, and my mom I'm sure can attest to this, but you know what? It's all of it is just paying us back because we were the same way.
That mother's curse is a true and accurate thing.
Yeah, it is.
Where they go, one of these days you can have one just like you, and you just
Want to wring their neck.
My mom said 10 times worse than you.
that's mine.
Yeah, that's what my mom said. But see,
And
I was an
I
only
need at
child.
least 50 times worse for them. Because I have nothing but boys, and